Hey guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started, get this train rolling. So first off, I'm just gonna talk about my hobbies, interests, and my family, foods, books, movies, and then career, and then I'll talk about the grading category. So first off, my name is Caleb Bacon, born and raised in Denver, Colorado, suburb of Littleton, if you guys are familiar with that area. Let's see, just got married 10 days ago to my beautiful wife Taylor. Um, we went to Lake Tahoe on our honeymoon, which was great. She went skiing for the first time, and it was fun to be there with her to watch her do that. Um, let's see. What's the next question? Hobbies and interests. Well, I enjoy creating things, so I'm a huge fan of whether it's with my hands, whether it's in my mind, whether it's a lesson plan, whether it's who knows an accountability project or a way to study a book or the scriptures or whatever it is. I love creating things like that. And I love helping other people create those kind of things for themselves as well. It's really fun for me to do mentoring stuff. I absolutely love that. My interests, not so much a sports guy, used to be, but not much anymore. I enjoy reading. Enjoy spending time with my wife. I enjoy watching Disney movies with her because that's kind of like our thing. My family, I'm 6 of 7. Let's see. Serve my mission in Atlanta, Georgia, the Georgia Atlanta North mission. My favorite locations to visit, Puerto Rico is pretty cool. Mexico, I've never actually gone to a vacation spot, but I went to the MTC in Mexico, and that was really cool. My favorite types of food. I'm a huge fan of Hispanic food. I serve my mission Spanish speaking, but I am a huge fan also of Italian food. I enjoy that, but I like the Americanized Italian food because I've actually been to Italy, so I don't really know what it tastes like. Let's see, types of books. I like self-help, so whether it's leadership and self-deception, whether it's The Go-Giver, whether it's, I mean, who knows? There's a plethora of books out there. Counseling within our councils, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Books like that. I enjoy those. Mindset by Carol Dweck is pretty good. I'm about to start reading that one. I've heard it's pretty good. See, movies. I enjoy Disney movies. Huge fan of those. My wife and I love those. Music. Country's growing on me, but I don't really listen to music that much. Type of career, I would love to be in an organizational leadership. So essentially, I'd love to be part of a team where I get to travel around the country or even around the world, but I'd like to stay local so I can be with my family. But I'd love to travel around the country, and I would love to teach people leadership principles by which they can live their lives to not only empower them, but to teach them how to develop, whether it's wealth or success or whatever it is. So it could be a life coach, it could be a whole myriad of things. But to give you an example, Extreme Ownership is a book written by Leif Babin. He was a Navy SEAL along with his friend, I can't remember his name, Jocko Willink or something like that. Anyways, they created a business where what they do is they're leadership consultants. So they travel to businesses and they teach the leaders, so either CEOs, CFOs, it doesn't really matter. They teach the leaders in those organizations how to improve their effectiveness in leading people, which they then implement in their business, and they use that to either increase employee satisfaction or market revenue or whatever it is. I love doing things like that. I love taking what I know to actually help people and apply it in their lives, or teach them how to apply it so they can apply it and become better for it. Let's see. Ideas on how I think each grading category should be worth. Let's see. I have it pulled up here. So accountability project, I think 25% is pretty good. I think that's fair. Write-ups, I think 25% is also good for those. I'm not really sure what that entails in terms of case studies. I'm not really sure the details on that, but I think 25% is fair. I think self-assessments should be around 40. I think I should be responsible for my grade and my work, so I feel like 40% is good there. And then the 360 peer evaluation, I think that should be about 10%. Depends on how those work. It depends on what criteria are met for to get the peer evaluations, but I feel like it's really difficult for a peer to understand the work and effort I've put into it, and vice versa. I don't know how much work they put into it, so I want to make sure they get a fair grade. I feel like 10% is fair. And I think this is probably, I'm not going to say the best, but because I don't understand all the details on it, but I think this is the better way to do it, because I'm getting to the point now in my education where everything I learn is up to me. It has nothing to do, or even when we start in college, but everything has to do with how much effort and focus I put into it. So I'm going to get out of it what I put into it. So I can't expect anybody else to do my learning for me. I don't feel like that's fair for them to grade me either. I should be grading myself. And if we are true disciples of Jesus Christ, we would do that. We would grade ourselves honestly and fairly and say, hey, I've done this work. This is what I feel I deserve. You consult with a teacher and you go, or the professor, and you go from there. So that's why I think it's fair, because it's more in my hands than anybody else's.